It's been too long since I've been able to make a Chivalry 2 update video, but after I want to say patiently waiting for an update, but let's be honest, it's been impatiently waiting for a proper Chivalry 2 update. Patch 2.11 Regicide, it's finally here, and I think this is a patch that the player base is going to be really happy with, and there are rumors that this might be the last big patch we get for Chivalry 2. Start of the Champ here, and today we dive into the patch notes of 2.11 Regicide, but first, this video, it has a sponsor, and I actually think you guys will be interested in this sponsor. Our video is sponsored by Renown, a medieval open-world survival game where you start butt naked with your friends, gather resources, craft clothes and armor, and build epic medieval castles before going out to raid and pillage the castles of other players. It's always more fun when you take other players' shit. This game has often been called the medieval version of Rust, and if you're a fan of Chivalry or Mordhau, Renown's a must-play because it combines these survival and base-building elements with high-skill medieval slasher combat. Even better, you can try it for free on May 27th as they're releasing an alpha playtest to the public, and to get in, you click my link in the description down below. Alright, so let's talk about Chivalry 2. For starters, patch 2.11, it brings a new map, the Citadel, and this has long been hyped by Torn Banner as the best team objective map that they've ever made. Their quote, not mine. And while time will tell if that statement is accurate, the map, it's gorgeous, so credit where it's due. But this is the level of epic we expect a Chivalry 2 map to look and feel, something the previous two maps didn't really have. Now, Citadel, it could very well be the final chapter of Chivalry 2, as Kings Argon and Maverick battle it out at the Mason Stronghold in a Chivalry 2 first, where each team's top player will take control of a VIP, King versus King, one king must die. Now, we also have a new weapon, the godendang, and I had zero hype for this weapon when I first saw it. A stick with a spike is probably the least inspiring looking medieval weapon you could add, but the weapon has a cool little gimmick. The slash and overhead attacks do blunt damage, making it ideal to blow up knights. However, that spike on the end, it's not just for cosmetics, and it does piercing damage, making it perfect for taking out vanguards. This lets you play each fight around your opponent's vulnerabilities and make a cool little game of trying to land the most ideal strikes for the situation. When I didn't want to play lazy, I used to sometimes go Messer and Hammer on the Raider and kind of change depending on what enemies I'm running into. And well, you can do this now with the godendang, just changing up the attacks you use based on the situation. The godendang, it's also on the poleman class, but expect virtually no reach. It's more of a club than a pike. However, it is also an engineer weapon, which is absolutely amazing. Now, speaking of the Pullman class, can we just take a minute to celebrate the quarterstaff finally being added to the footman, a class which can take advantage of its unique properties. Cheers to Torn Banner for listening to the community here. Now, if you're into cosmetics, this might be the update for you. And now, of course, how things look is a bit subjective, but there were an absolute ton of cosmetics added this patch, and they're sick. And again, I know cosmetics, they can be subjective. Some people just have bad taste, but this might be the best update we've gotten for people who like drip. First of all, we got the battle pass for my grinders, 30 levels of cosmetics and other crap, featuring some cool armors, some axe skins, some Highland sword skins, and poleaxe skins. The stuff in the past looks really nice. I mean, of course, you have some stuff that may or may not be a little bit reskinned, but overall, I'd say it's one of the better battle passes we've seen. I can see the new Mason Maiden armor being extremely popular in the community. I think people are really going to enjoy that. We also have a bundle for the Agatha Rebel Knight, and I've never bought a bundle in Chivalry, and I know as consumers, we probably should avoid the cash shops, but this skin, it's just too damn nice. I'm buying that shit. Shout out to the art team at Torn Banner. I was very critical last update of the Battle Pass. I thought it was trash, and the cosmetics were mostly reskinned, but the stuff they did, it really looks nice in this update. Now let's give a quick Reader's Digest of what happened deeper down in the patch notes. We have a lot of bug fixes, connection fixes, little things that have been in the game for a long time, like planting a petard and getting booted from the game for team damage. The devs put some work into ironing out some of those small things that make the game frustrating, so we should have a better player experience. Now, we didn't get much in terms of weapon balance. Personally, I like where weapon balance is, so I'm fine with that. But we did get a very slight nerf to the speed of the heavy mace, which is one of the strongest weapons in the game. It's very popular, but you're talking fractions of seconds here. I think most people will still really love the weapon, and it'll see a ton of play. Now, our final item for discussion is private servers by Nitrado. These have been universally considered trash. They run shitty, they're hard to use, and they don't give XP or gold, so people don't really play in them. Well, the developers have worked on fixing some of the issues. For starters, we can now earn XP and gold in private servers. Sounds amazing. They also added extra levels of protection to stop the servers being DDoSed by those salty no-life hackers, so hopefully less events are ruined. And now, I'm really hoping this makes the private servers a little bit closer to a decent investment. At $89.99 for a 64-player server per month, it's really steep, so let's hope this makes it a little bit more worth your dollars. Alright guys, that's it for me. What do you guys think? Is this a good place to end Chivalry 2 and start looking forward to the next installment of the game, or do you want more Shiv updates? Champ out.